I've always had problems, but it occurred to me that day something needs to change.
I'm joined by Mike Clapper from Able2 Global, an organization focused on making travel more accessible and inclusive. So, how did your journey into accessibility begin, Mike?
Yeah, it's funny that you said across the city. Mine actually started across the world. So I was on a cruise and we docked in Reykjavik, Iceland. It was a wonderful 16-day cruise that my wife booked for us for my birthday actually. And it was one of those situations, I'm sure you're aware because you do this for a living, where you dock at a city, you spend all day off board, you get back on for one final party, and then everyone disembarks the next day for the end of the trip. The difference about this trip was that everyone had to get off that last day to do security sweeps with the Icelandic officials. And so we were going to get off anyway, but we got all of our stuff together, got out of our stateroom, went down to the gangway to get off, and I use a power wheelchair. Well, the gangway was inaccessible. It wasn't wide enough for my chair, and beyond that, it had spikes all the way down the gangway. I guess because of snow, but that was July, so it was actually pretty snow and ice, but it was pretty temperate at the time. And so we were stuck on board, and I kind of looked around at the staff members, and they kind of looked back at me, and I said, "Now what?" And they said, "Well, we can carry you down." And I said, "That's not going to work. First of all, it's too narrow of a space, and my chair weighs about 300 pounds. So that's just not going to work." And so, long story short, we actually ended up having to call the first officer of the cruise to come down and figure out what to do. So while everyone else disembarked for the day, we were the only two, my wife and I were the only two travelers left on board. And I looked at the situation. I've been traveling my whole life. So between business and pleasure, I think I've traveled, I've totaled up like 500,000 airline miles, things like that. And I've always had problems, but it occurred to me that day something needs to change.